And lastly, alam mo yung minsan, nasa Shangri-La ako, nakita ko si Ann Curtis. Ang ganda-ganda pala niya.
Ito si Representative Suntay. Kaalyado naman to. Kaya lang ewan ko kung bakit ganito mga sinasabi nito. Pakinggan nyo at mag-comment kung ano masasabi ninyo.
We cannot attribute statements made by other people to the Vice President just because she was there. Then we have to do it with everyone who is there. Lahat na lang ng present. Sabihin natin, we should attribute that statement. So, mere presence in the rally does not make her actions seditious. That is very clear. You know, yung statement as being the designated survivor, it's not illegal, it's not criminal. In fact, it's a process in the United States. Mere utterance na I'm designating myself. In fact, hindi nga pwede yun. Can you designate yourself without a process? Sinabi lang niya yun. Siguro magpapatawa lang siya. And lastly, alam mo yung minsan, nasa Shangri-La ako, nakita ko si Ann Curtis. Ang ganda-ganda pala niya. You know, may desire sa loob ko na nag-init talaga. At na-imagine ko na lang kung anong pwedeng mangyari. Pero siyempre, hanggang imagination na lang yon. Pero, di naman siguro ako pwedeng kasuhan dahil kung ano-ano yung na-imagine ko Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
The Honorable Zamora.
Madam Chair, I would like to have those statements stricken from the record.
Madam Chair,
There is
Happy
nothing
Women's Month, Madam Chair.
sexual dun sa sinabi ko. Nothing immoral. It's just, I said, may na-imagine ako. I think there is nothing wrong.
Nevertheless, Madam Chair, I want that deleted in the record.
Madam Chair, I move to strike those statements from the record.
Objection, Madam Chair.
There is a motion to strike out from the record the earlier manifestation of the Honorable Suntay about his imagination upon seeing Ann Curtis. With 13 votes in the affirmative, 2 in the negative, and 2 abstention. The chair orders that the earlier manifestation of the Honorable Suntay be stricken out from the record. So ordered.
I think we are starting a dangerous precedent because now we are censoring manifestations which is neither illegal or immoral. So imagine we are conducting a hearing, but now statements which are neither immoral or illegal can be stricken out of the record without any reason. I think that's a terrible
Madam
precedent
Chair.
we're starting.
It is just the start of the Women's Month. And I don't think that we should be hearing such comments from our dear colleagues. We are not censuring anything, but we are reminding them that, in fact, we should support women by not saying these statements.
The chair
Yes.
would like to state that if the manifestation of the justice member offends the sensitivity of the justice members, then it means that we are crossing the boundaries already.
Madam Chair.
After all, we rule here by the judgment of the justice members. So I hope we respect the decision of the majority of the Justice Committee.
Which was offensive? The word desire or the word imagination?
As to whether or not the manifestation of the Honorable Suntay is offensive of our morality is a judgment that belongs exclusively to the justice members. I think
Ang sa akin lang naman, sana, ibang analogy na lang ang ginamit niya. Nagulat kasi ang mga tao sa pagkwekwento niya ng experience niya. Medyo na-off talaga ang mga tao dahil sensitive na topic yan mga comments ni Suntay. Nag-explain siya sa interview. Panoorin paano siya nag-explain sa mga nasabi niya.
Let's bring in our first guest this afternoon, Quezon City 4th District Congressman Jesus Bong Suntay. Magandang hapon, sir, and welcome to Storycon.
Ay, magandang hapon po. Manny, magandang hapon sa inyo dalawa.
Yes, sir.
Magandang hapon, Congressman Suntay.
Thank you for joining us, sir.
Kamusta
Sir,
po kayo?
Mabuti naman, mabuti naman. Thank you for asking.
Sir, some people were thrown off by what they say were off-color remarks that you apparently made kanina doon sa impeachment proceedings. What prompted that remark about Ms. Ann Curtis?
That was an analogy. You know, yun nga yung sinasabi ko that was an analogy kasi meron silang statement na ina-attribute kay VP Sara as part of yung allegations ng impeachment complaint. Na one time raw, ewan ko, may statement daw si Inday Sara na pertaining to the president na nandun siya sa eskwela, nakita niya yung batang naghihirap, tapos na-imagine raw niya na parang gusto raw niyang putulan ng ulo si
Pugutan ng ulo.
presidente. Ganyan. Now, ang ni-raise ni Congressman Rufus Rodriguez, imagination and desire are not impeachable offense. You cannot hold someone liable for it. Kaya nga, sabi ko parang analogy lang yan. In fact, wala naman ako doon sa Shangri-La. Ang sinasabi ko lang, parang nandiyan ko sa Shangri-La, nakita ko si Ann Curtis, ang ganda-ganda pala niya. So nagkaroon ng desire sa puso ko. Nagkaroon ng desire sa akin at na-imagine ko. Oh. It's an analogy.
Ramdam natin ang paghanga ni Kong. Pero aminin natin, medyo too much information yon para sa isang formal na hearing. Siguro sa sobrang candid at pagiging totoo ni Kong, nakalimutan niyang nasa harap siya ng kamera at mikropono.
And there was, alam mo, sometimes nasa pag-iisip ng tao yan pagka gusto na, ang sinabi ko, so, yung imagination at saka indesirable yan, can I be charged or is it punishable? Is it a crime? Is it immoral? Is it illegal? Kaya nga tinatanong ko doon sa komite. So, ano yung immoral doon sa sinabi ko?
Mhm. Well, actually, sir, the question might also be, couldn't you have come up with a better analogy without coming off sounding like publicly saying that you're
Yung timing kasi, seryosong usapin ng impeachment at puno ng tensyon ang buong bansa. Kaya medyo nakakagulat na biglang may ganitong uri ng humor sa gitna ng hearing. Marahil, mas okay kung pang pribadong kwentuhan na lang amang mga ganitong imahinasyon sa halip na isa lang sa official record.
desiring somebody at nag-init yung iyong katawan.
nasa mga tao yun It depends on how you what conclusion you draw. But what I'm trying to drive at is, there's nothing immoral, there's nothing punishable. Mas masakit pa nga yung kay VP because we want to try to impeach the second highest elected official of a land because of something that she imagined or she desired.
Yes, sir. And,
Let's look at the analogy.
I get what you're saying, sir, but I think we should
Start pa ng Women's Month o buwan ng kababaihan. Kahit alam nating walang mali siya si Kong, ang mga salitang gaya ng nag-init ay madaling mabigyan ng ibang kulay. Tama ang paalala ng kanyang mga kasamahan. Bilang mga leaders, kailangang mas maingat tayo sa ating mga salita para sa sensibilidad ng lahat.
also dissociate those two issues. One being whether or not the VP committed anything impeachable. That's for the committee to determine naman, and the House to determine as a chamber. The other one is your analogy, whether it was an appropriate analogy to begin with.
Well, it depends. Kagaya nga sinabi ko, I don't see anything immoral. I don't see anything illegal in those statements. In fact, ang sinabi ko lang nga, nakita ko siya, ang ganda-ganda pala niya. Nagkaroon ng desire sa akin at na-imagine ko na lang. Pero hanggang imagination na lang yan. Yun yung, that's the exact statement that I said. And well,
Alam naman mo nating lahat na magaling si Kong pagdating sa debate, di ba? Pero sa pagkakataong ito, parang medyo sumobra ang pagiging candid niya. Imagine, napakwento si Kong tungkol sa pagkikita nila ng napakagandang si Ann Curtis.
well, what's very telling is, ewan ko bakit yun yung pinipick up. Hindi pinick up that, we are hearing, yung Committee on Justice yun. And everyone should appear to be impartial. And we should not, censure words just because, di ba? That's very telling. Ibig ba sabihin yan? Even if yung mga statements, even if the word is not illegal, if the word is not immoral, pagka gusto ng committee na i-censure to strike it out of record, pwedeng gawin yan, then how can we be impartial pagka ganyan? What do you expect from the committee? I think that's the bigger issue that we have to focus on. We shouldn't focus on Ann Curtis or whatever. We have to focus on how the committee is being, how the hearing is taking place.
I
Don't you
understand
think
your point,
that's a
sir.
bigger issue?
I understand your point, sir. But what I'm also trying to say is what is struck out apparently was not the question of whether what VP Sara did was illegal or immoral, because that is to be adjudged later on. Pa, what they did ask to be stricken out was your analogy, your choice of analogies.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
If you, I think you saw it. Ang sinabi ko was, nagkaroon ng desire at imagination. But that's it, desire and imagination. Kung meron man, nag-init yung katawan ko, well, ano yun? You know, it depends on what context you take it on. If you have a dirty mind, maaari. But it's in your mind, di ba? But if you take all those words that was uttered, then you tell me.
Pero
Is it
Congressman
immoral?
parang hindi rin pantay yung analogy niyo eh. Kasi yung sa inyo desire, no? Eh kay VP Sara may harm na kasama. Parang magkaiba yung analogy niyo eh. Kasi yung isa
Well,
harm, kayo naman desire.
Well, ano yan eh, maybe yung isa is the desire of the heart, yung isa naman, yun nga yung tatanggalan ng ulo. But what we are taking into context is the question, is something that you are imagining punishable? Is yung desire that you are feeling, is it a criminal act? Yun ang tignan nyo.
Kasi alam mo, Congressman,
Kasi
hindi
ako,
naman
as a
kami
lawyer,
yung mag-decide
as a lawyer,
yan eh.
Kailangan tingnan natin yan.
Oh.
What we are asking, is it an impeachable offense? Yung desire, something that is desired, something that is imagined. Is it tantamount to an impeachable offense?
Yung kung sabi ni Ed kanina, ang mag-decide niya yung Justice Committee.
Sana ay nagsorry na lang at nag-explain si Kong. Sa totoo lang, mas madali sanang natapos ang issue kung nagsorry na lang siya agad at ipinaliwanag na dala lang ito ng paghanga at walang masamang intensyon. At isa lamang itong analogy na walang mali siya.
Nakasama kayo. Pero sa tingin niyo
Pero
ba...
pagbobotohan niya ng mga members ng committee.
Pero sa tingin niyo pa, Congressman, kasi may bigat kasi pag ang nagsalita ay Vice President concerning the President, kasi siya po makikinabang kung sakasakaling may mangyari sa Presidente. Yung sa inyo po,
kaya babalik ako.
yung isa inyo po na desire, hindi naman po public official, si Ann Curtis.
Kaya nga, Manny, babalik ako sa tanong, even if you go to go over the revised penal code, is something which is desired or something which is imagined, is it a punishable act? Doon na lang tayo.
Hindi niyo po nakikita na ito ay isang overt o covert o anumang klaseng threat?
Okay, Manny, what is the overt actions that was done?
Wala pong overt pero hindi niyo ba nakitang parang ito ay
A
isang
crime
threat?
can only be committed if there's an overt action.
Pero kung threat po, kasi may crime na threat eh.
Ang tinatanong natin yung context ng kwento niya. I think you have to view that video message. In fact, ibang video yung pinapakita nyo.
Iba ko yan.
Ibang video yan.
Yan
Pakita
yung-
nyo yung kikwento siya. I think that would put it in the proper perspective. Maling video yung pinapakita nyo
Pero Congressman, in the final analysis, sa tingin niyo ba may grounds para ma-impeach si VP Sara base dun sa
I think
nakita niyong proceedings?
I think it's up to the members of the committee to decide kung paano yung appreciation nila doon sa mga allegations. Now, ang lagi ko ang sinasabi, because I was also there, I was sitting when we were hearing the impeachment complaint kay President Bongbong Marcos. In fact, I voted that the complaint was not sufficient in substance. Kaya nga lagi kong ang pinapaalala sa lahat. The same parameters, the same na ginamit namin when we determined the sufficiency in form and substance ng impeachment complaint against the President should also be used against the Vice President. Meaning to say, the sauce for the goose is also the sauce for the gander. So that hindi kami, lest we be accused of being biased.
Well, at least one of your colleagues has accused you of nag-aabogado ka raw para
Lawyering.
kay VP Sara. Now, but let me preface that in.
Sadly, ganito I'm being accused of nag-aabogado pero
Bilang mga supporters, alam nating mas marami pang produktibong bagay na kayang gawin si Congressman Suntay para sa bayan. Ang pilyong hirit na ito ay isang paalala na kahit sa pagbibiro, may hangganan pa rin tayo, lalo na sa loob ng Congress. Saludo kami sa iyo, Congressman Suntay. Ingat-ingat lang sa pagjo-joke, ha?
for VP Sara. But no one is pero when during the hearing nung kay President Bongbong Marcos, why wasn't anyone being accused of nag-aabogado for the president? We have to be fair. I'm
Actually,
trying
sir.
to be objective,
Yes,
as
sir.
objective as possible.
Actually, what I meant to say was you're being accused of nag-abogado for VP Sara, but on the other hand naman, I think that it's the right of every congressman to have a position on this issue. Whether
I
it's
think that's true. I believe my vote in since the 18th Congress on measures will show my stand, that I always take a principled stand on what I believe. I think I have a record that would show that.
Anyway, sir, yun nga, like I was saying, it's a right and a prerogative of every member of Congress to have a position on this matter, because in the end, you will be voting depending on, of course, your beliefs and your principles individually. So that's right. That's actually not my that's not actually not my question. My question really had to do naman talaga to begin with whether or not that was the appropriate analogy.
Well, I think alam mo I believe syempre magkakaiba tayong paniwala. I think the more important question is to seek for fairness. Mas malaki yung implication ng impeachment proceeding kaysa sa analogy between Ann Curtis and whoever. I think alam mo it's we owe it to the Filipino people. Let's talk about the impeachment proceeding. Let's talk about how the deliberations are moving. I think yan ang mas importante sa mga tao, especially given the situation that we are in now. Diba? Don't you think so? That mainstream media and the media per se should has that responsibility na let's inform the Filipino people of the more important things that is happening in Congress.
Yes, sir, and I agree with that. But at the same time, conversely, you guys are on air.
Yeah.
You guys are
And
on air.
sadly,
You guys
alam
are
mo,
live, and you also have the responsibility to make the proper
kaya nga
comparisons.
I'm saying, if you feel that what I said was immoral,
Sana sa susunod, ang init ng diskurso ni Kong ay manatili na lang sa mga isyong legal at hindi sa imagination. Medyo awkward lang. Pero sabi nga, lesson learned para sa lahat. Ano sa tingin nyo? Tama ba ang hirit ni Kong o turn off talaga? Comment na kayo below.
immoral, then I would like to ask which particular word was immoral.
I'm not saying morality is a tricky thing. It's a very subjective thing.
That's
But
right.
let me also point out that your use of your choice of words, nagiinit ang iyong katawan at ini-imagine mo ang kung anong pwede mangyari. That
Tapos anong sinabing ng dulo? Pero hanggang imagination lang yan.
yes sir.
Ah.
Yes sir. But
So,
was that
okay, now
if you were Ann Curtis, how would you feel?
Even assuming that whole context, there's nothing wrong. Kasi, in fact, there was nothing even sexual doon sa statement na yon. It depends on how you
That's
analyze
subjective.
it.
Sige sir, anyway, I don't want to go into a discussion on morality because that should be that should not be one of the things we have to negotiate or discuss.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's
I
just
agree with you. Totally agree with
it's just a question lang of whether it was appropriate or not. Kasi let me put it this way: if you were Ann Curtis or if Ann Curtis were your relative, you might feel
Offended.
differently.
Oh.
It depends on how you view it. It depends on kung ano yung pag-iisip ng tao.
Pero don't you think, Congressman, you owe Ann Curtis an apology for using her?
Sabi ko, ang ganda-ganda niya. And I think she should take it as a compliment that I feel and I believe that she's very beautiful.
Dun sa aspect na yun. Pero dun sa nag-iinit ng katawan.
Well, mainit dito sa Pilipinas. Diba?
Sir naman,
Palagay ko-
you do know that's not what you meant, and anybody can
Palagay
tell you
ko-
that.
So, that you're attributing something that that I may not have meant. Diba?
So what did you mean when you said nagiinit ang
you're coming
iyong...
into a conclusion.
When you said nagiinit kayo, what did you mean then?
As I mentioned, it was an analogy.
Yes, sir.
It was
Ano,
not
ano-
even a real situation. It was not even a real situation.
So it was, you never really saw Ann Curtis.
No, it was not even a real situation. Diba?
Okay.
Kaya nga hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit it was an imaginary situation. Kaya nga sinabi ko,
Sir-
imagination and desire.
Sir, the words you chose kanina, nakita niyo si Ann Curtis. Hindi niyo sabi na imagine yung nakita niyo si
Sabi
Ann
ko,
Curtis.
parang nung nakita ko si Ann Curtis sa Shangri-La, it's not a real it's not a real event.
No, you said I saw Ann Curtis sa Shangri-La.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it was a real event.
So
I
imagination
was
nyo lang.
making up the situation, the
Okay,
scenario.
maybe sir, you should have been clear
I was
there
making
because
up the scenario. Kasi nga,
Okay,
analogy.
Imagination
okay,
lang.
sige. Well, I suppose we've taken up enough time already with this back and forth on what you're now saying was an imaginary
Imagination.
meeting as well or encounter with Miss Ann Curtis. Although that did not come across as imaginary in your soundbite a while ago. But anyway, sir, maraming salamat for joining us this afternoon, Congressman
Okay.
Jesus Bong
Maraming
Suntay.
salamat.
Thank you,
4th District
Congressman.
of
Pindot na sa subscribe button for more updates. Subscribe na para sa mga commentary na may sense.
No, wala. Kasi alam mo, one of the allegations were yung statements na binigay ni Vice President Sara na sinabi niya na i-imagine niya na dahil dun sa sitwasyon dun sa eskwelahan, na i-imagine niya na parang gusto raw niyang putulan ng ulo si Presidente. Meron desire. So there's imagination and desire. Pero ang sinasabi nga, stated din by Kong Rufus, yun naman hindi naman criminal act yung imagination at desire. Ang sinasabi ko lang, parang ako, yung not necessarily or specifically kay Ann lang, kahit kanino naman na siguro na someone from the opposite sex na who's a standout. You cannot help having imagination or desire. Kaya nga, wala naman ako sinabi. Sabi ko, sometimes, nagkakaroon ako ng imagination at desire. Yun lang. So there's nothing wrong. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, we cannot censure everything because it sets a bad precedent. Di ibig sabihin, anong panakita dyan? Na yung composition pala ng komite, pagka meron kahit na isang word lang na sabihin mo na hindi nila magustuhan, they can strike it out of the record. And this is the second time that they struck out mga statements that I made, which are neither illegal, neither unlawful, but actually factual.
Yeah, mababa natin.
Kaya nga, sasabi ko nga, what's the definition of imagination? What's the definition of desire? Only a dirty mind can impute something which is dirty dun sa statements na yon. I can say, I desire to work for ABS-CBN because I can imagine myself as a reporter. Is that criminal? Is that unlawful? Is that bad? Kung sasabihin ko, ay, desire ko maging agamulak, na-imagine ko sarili ko maging agamulak. Is that unlawful? Is that immoral? Saying those? Now, it depends on, siguro, pagka madumi yung isip mo, then sasabihin mo, ay, ano yan, immoral yan. But siguro, hindi madumi yung isip ko eh. Ako, I just know how to appreciate beauty. And kagaya sinabi ko, minsan, nai-imagine ko rin na ako si Aga Mulak eh. Nung bata ako, sinabi nila magkamukha kami. Pero, yun, na-imagine ko lang. Pero desire ko rin maging kasing gwapo niya. Baka pagka pinanganak ako ulit. Now, is that immoral? Should it be stricken out from this interview?
Yun lang. We should not put malice in something which is not malicious. Yun lang. And this is very important. Sabi ko nga, kaya nga una pa lang, kahit na nung first day sinasabi ko, members of the committee should not only appear impartial, we should be impartial. Because we are hearing an impeachment complaint on the second highest elected official of the land. And if there is a semblance of partiality, a semblance of bias, then parang moro-moro na lang. Hindi ko nga alam eh. Pati ako nagulat eh. Kagaya ng sinasabi ko, there is nothing wrong. Diba? Siguro, they think that I'm trying to defend the VP, the Vice President. Kaya gusto nila i-censure lahat ng mga sinasabi ko. But you know, I'm not trying to defend. In fact, I'm standing up for what I believe. As a lawyer, I'm stating my observations. And there's nothing wrong in it.
Sir, ano inaasahan niyo bukas?
Ha? Ano na, 'di ba, yung fourth impeachment complaint naman, pero kahit hindi siguro pumunta pa sa butuhan, makikita nyo naman doon sa mga pagtatanong doon, parang hindi na kailangan ng hulaan kung ano iboboto nila. Okay, maraming salamat. Thank you.
Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe now for more updates. Lemon Logic PH po. Naglilingkod.